Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So I don't know if you guys are going to find this video funny or not. I surely find this video sort of embarrassing, but it's still a story. Still have to tell it, obviously. That's what I do. So this is going to be about the time that I dated an OnlyFans girl. Not knowing though, I didn't know she did. So let's get into the story. So the story all takes place literally just like a few months ago. This was in November. So in November, obviously, I was still single, just being a single boy myself. And I was using Snapchat to try and find women. You know how you can go to Snapchat quick add and it gives you like 5 different girls for like five minutes you can add them. That's what I was doing. I would go through them and look at them, see what they looked like, see everything. And if I liked what I saw, I would add them. And 9 times out of 10 they would add me back. Snapchat Quick Add is surely the way to make friends. I don't know about dating. Definitely don't use Snapchat Quick Add. That's definitely not the way that you're gonna find like your soulmate. But it's definitely a good way to make friends because these people will add you back, and people will also add you. It's like just long story short, it's a good way to make friends, not date. If you're gonna try and find someone to date and you're not gonna go out and do in like the real world, then just use a dating app or something like that. Like a dating app is 10 times more effective than using Snapchat because Snapchat, it has some weird girls on there, and you'll find out very soon enough. I met one of those. So I was just going through, just adding random girls, just hoping that they were in my location, seeing that they were in my location. I had this one girl, and we're going to use a fake name. We're just going to call her Bella because I'm still not going to out in anybody no matter what they do. So we had Bella. And me and Bella, we started talking, just the casual, just started with, the casual smooth talk. Don't call me fucking cringe for that, by the way, because guarantee you can't do it either. So, I was just, using that little smooth talk on her, things were working. And I was able to somehow, some way, make the shot and get a date out of it. So we had plans to go out for dinner. So the day comes, and since we were meeting on Snapchat, we decided that we were going to meet together. So she was going to drive her car, and I was going to drive my car. So we meet at the restaurant. We go in. I already had reservations and stuff. We go in. We get our food. We start talking, and she's telling me, like, oh, she's self-employed. I was like, oh, so what do you do for your job? And she's like, oh, I'm self-employed. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I was like, oh, what, you do like YouTube or something like that? Because I thought, oh, maybe she just does YouTube. She was like, no. She's like, I do more of like the content creation on like other platforms. And I assumed she meant like Instagram or TikTok or something like that. And she did have a fairly good TikTok following. She actually gave me her TikTok and stuff. She had a fairly good following. I think she had like 10K followers on TikTok, which I was like, okay, cool, this girl actually has something going for her. Good for her. I'm glad. That's what I thought she did because, she posted regularly on Instagram and TikTok. I thought nothing of it. So it's going on. I'm telling her a little bit about myself, what I do, and she's telling me a little bit, more stuff about her stuff. And after that, we get finished eating. I pay. We get in our cars after, and we both drive back to our own places. And after this, I'm thinking like, okay, finally, sorry about that. Finally, I found a girl that, actually has interest in me, actually cool, like I didn't think this was going to work out so easy. Like I actually got a date out of it, and she actually seems really cool, and she's a really nice girl. So I'm like, hell yeah, finally, finally. But all good things must come with a price. So after that, we start talking more and everything, and we eventually decide, maybe we could start dating. Because after this, we went on like 2 more dates in like the span of like 2 weeks. So we decide that, all right, maybe we can make it official. So we've made official, finally, we're together, and I'm so happy, I'm like finally, finally a girlfriend. But ultimately, something's gotta happen. So as we're talking stuff, there was a point where I was texting her, and she never responded. She didn't respond. I texted, hey babe, what you doing? She didn't respond. I'm like, huh, that's weird. And it went on for like 4 hours. She wasn't responding. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what is she doing? Now, she wasn't active at all, so I thought, okay, she's not active, maybe she's, doing something. And she finally responds, and I'm like, hey, what were you doing? She's like, I'm sorry, I was just recording a video. And I'm like, what video takes 4.5 hours to do? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was doing an OnlyFans video. And I'm like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, I didn't tell you this because I didn't know how you feel about it, but I do OnlyFans. And I'm like, so you do OnlyFans and you didn't think to tell me about that? You didn't think to tell your boyfriend? She's like, well, I didn't know how you feel about it, so I figured, maybe I just kept it secret for a little bit longer. And I'm like that's the worst thing you can do. If you do like OnlyFans or online content creation for any of those like, adult websites, I can't actually say any of them, but for those adult websites, you may want to tell your boyfriend that you do that, may not want to keep that a secret from him, because that's going to make him feel even worse. And after this, I'm like, so you do OnlyFans, you didn't think to tell me this, and you didn't think to like, say like, hey, I do this stuff, I may do it with other guys, I just wanted to let you know that, just so if you didn't feel comfortable with me doing that. And she's like, well, I didn't know how you feel about it. And I'm like, well, I feel fucking horrible about it. I'm dating a fucking OnlyFans girl, and I don't want to do that. She's like, I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, you should have told me sooner. Keep in mind, guys, 4.5 hours. I guarantee you, she was probably doing it with another guy, and didn't bother to tell me, which basically means she was cheating on me. And probably recording it, which makes it even worse. And she's like, well, now that you know, and well, I mean, she's like, well, now you know. And then she proceeds to send me her OnlyFans page, asking me if I can subscribe to it. I look at this and I'm like, some bullshit right here. I'm like, this is some straight up bullshit. So immediately I close out of that, and I don't even open up the tab. I text her. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. We're done. And I just block her. I didn't even wait for her to respond. I blocked her. I'm like, yeah. Fuck this shit. I'm not dating an OnlyFans girl. Now she can go do whatever the fuck she wants. But I cannot believe I wasted 3 weeks of my life. Maybe not even. It was maybe like 2.5 weeks. Keep in mind, us dating lasted 3 days. We lasted 3 days before she decided to go do something with another guy. Now, listen, if you're a girl or a guy, it doesn't really matter, and you do OnlyFans and you do it with other people, or even if you just do OnlyFans or any of those adult website content creation stuff, tell your partner what you're doing. Don't keep it a secret from them, because it's going to hurt them even worse. I can guarantee you it fucking hurt me a lot, because I'm like, wow, I cannot believe it, all these years saying, oh, I'll never date an OnlyFans girl. But in my defense, I didn't even know she was. I didn't even know she did OnlyFans. So that makes it even worse. So, yeah, if you're doing OnlyFans, something like that, tell your partner, let them know. And that fucking explains why she had so many followers on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. Fucking explains why she's got a bunch of gooners fucking watching her content. And here's the thing. Her TikTok and Instagram weren't even like stuff promoting it. It was literally just simple videos. But I guess, the way she looks and stuff, people are obviously like, oh, hell yeah, a bunch of gooners, a bunch of losers and stuff, watching this stuff, thinking, oh yeah, subscribe to her OnlyFans, gonna see her, her, boobs and stuff. I don't even know if I can say that, seeing her tits and stuff. But, yeah, it kind of hurts, not gonna lie, cannot believe I date an OnlyFans girl, but, whatever, I don't really fucking care at this point, she's a fucking, she's selling herself on the internet. She'll probably regret it in like 10 years when age starts to happen. But yeah, that's basically the end of the story. Moral of the story, tell your partner if you're doing something online, don't keep it a secret from them, especially if it's something like that crazy. But yeah, that's basically the end of the story. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day. I will see you all later. Don't try to bring me down, cause your whip can't make a sound. I know I make you mad, the way I've been moving way too fast. Joyride all the way, hoes be flashing me all day. That's Snap.